I mean, come on, fellas. I'm laughing because I'm so upset. These are laughs because I'm devastated. I'm devastated with this Flyers team. I don't know what to tell you anymore. Here we go. We get shut out by the Nashville Predators. I will praise their barn and their building. It's amazing. The energy, the chants, it kind of seems like a college feel when you're listening to the arena. The sip, 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 screaming at Neuwirth when he lets up goals, saying, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. I'll give them credit. Listen, Nashville? Nashville? This isn't Edmonton, Calgary, Toronto. We're talking about Nashville, and they have energy and pride in that building during hockey games. Now, I got a new phone, by the way, so I'm just testing it out to see what the audio and the video is like. I figured for when I'm on the road, when I'm in my car and I need to make videos, I kind of want to just see what it's like, so I'm testing it out right now. But who cares about my phone? What matters is we have to sit there and watch that Flyers team consistently play hockey every single night. It's a shame. 4-0, Saros with the shutout. We're not even talking about Pecorine tonight. No, their backup gets the shutout. Arvidsson scores 2 goals. Grimaldi with a blistering wrister over the shoulder of Neuwirth. And I'm not blaming Neuwirth for this game whatsoever. The offense couldn't score goals once again. We don't score anything on the power play. But one thing we do, one thing we consistently keep doing, besides terrible defensive coverages in the defensive zone, we win faceoffs. Isn't that great? We win faceoffs. That's amazing. Provorov tonight. He gets a monster hit. Monster hit. 10 seconds later, they score a goal, and he's back checking. It was a great hit, don't get me wrong. I mean, it was. But you're going to let a goal happen 2 seconds after? I was kind of shocked that nobody actually fought him. I was surprised. You could see everyone looking around. Is someone going to go after Provorov? No. I mean, it was clean as hell. The player was just in a position to get destroyed. There was a players-only meeting held. Close the doors, players only, after the game. It's to this extent. It's to this extent. We're talking worst in the NHL. It's going to be that bad of a season. Horrendous. Horrendous. Almost unwatchable. And when I say almost, it is unwatchable, but I'm still the ass that's going to sit on the couch and watch them play. For some reason, I feel a tie to this. Because of the fact that I cover sports and I break it down, I feel a tie when it comes to watching them struggle when I report on the team. It's just a mess, though. When you have to get to the point where you shut the doors, you kick out the coaches and say, boys, we got to figure this the hell out, there is a serious issue involved in, and the players essentially just don't know what to do anymore. That's what it comes down to. They need to talk about what can we possibly do to save this thing. They're at the low of the low of the low at this point, trying to figure it out in the locker room. And to me, when I see something like that already happen, I don't know if we're ever going to catch up to where we need to be. At one point in this game, you have Neuwirth literally diving out to the blue line. There was 3 Nashville Predators players within the slot with no goalie in the net. Somehow that puck ends up staying out compared to all the other ones. Couturier's talking after the game. We got to be consistent with our energy. They dominated the first period. They were out. Dominated. I thought they had very great opportunities. Put the puck on net. You can look at the shots and say, yeah, they have shots. There's a difference between a 3-on-2 when you generate a good look and then peppering from the outside. Now, they had chances to score. I'm not saying they didn't. You had Saros in there stepping up and playing well. But you scored 0 goals. There was a goose egg. A goose egg. Tonight. And oh, by the way, we got to play the Carolina Hurricanes on Thursday. And I'm not giving the excuse of the back-to-back on this game. Nashville's a great team. But at some point, man, it's just, we need to put a win up on the board. We got to grab 2 points. I talked about this. The Scott Gordon thing was only going to last for so long. If we didn't take that ride right when it happened and get those wins and maybe put a streak together, like the Chicago Blackhawks, they put 5, 6 wins together, whatever it was. Like the Pittsburgh Penguins putting wins together. If we didn't do that at that time and we were just taking moral victories, eventually that spark would run out. And that's exactly what happened. Now I'm curious, will Carter Hart get the nod against the Carolina Hurricanes on Thursday? He just got pulled. He didn't have the greatest start. He allowed 3 goals on 10 shots. Is Scott Gordon going to give the nod to give Carter Hart another chance? And to me, I mean, if I was the head coach, yes. Yes, no doubt. He's getting the start. He's getting the nod. Let's see the mental toughness. Let's see this kid perform against a team he recently, literally his last start, struggled against. Yes, I'm putting him in there. There's no reason not to. I can't believe I still watch this team, but at the same time I can. I even tweeted that out. Like, am I really sitting here watching the Flyers? Yeah, I am. I laugh in pain watching this team. I mean, the consistency and the defensive breakdowns, things I learned when I was 5 years old. 5. Simple things like, in the D zone, you don't leave a guy wide open in the slot. You don't let a guy behind you. I'm dead serious. I learned this stuff when I was 4 or 5 years old. And it's consistently happening at the NHL level. It's ridiculous. Shane Gostisbehere tonight actually had a clat bomb go right off the top of his helmet. It looked horrible. He went down instantly. You see the replay. It hit like the CCM logo and where the visor meet up by the top of the head. He was good to go, but wow, could that get scary. I mean, that could get real scary. I had one of my buddies get slap shot, got deflected, bang, right into his teeth when he played in the USHL. He's got all the fake teeth in it, pops it out when he's talking to the chicks, slips it right back in. But it can get ugly. Very happy that he's okay. So I look at this Flyers team now and I say we are actually fighting for the worst record in the National Hockey League. There you go. I mean, that's all that has to be said. It's wild. I would have never imagined in a million years. And at this point, you know, I sit there and try and see what can happen. What's going to... Who's going to step up? And I'm not saying to put this team on their back and make a run, but I'm just saying who's going to step up besides Claude Giroux when it comes to points. I look at Travis Konecny, and my man plays on the first line, and I think he has skill and he's young, but he's playing with Claude Giroux, who's got over 40-plus points. I need this kid to produce more. You can only be blanked out for so long. Like, yeah, you hit a ton of posts. Yeah, you couldn't score early on in the season. But if that's happening for 30, 40, 50 games, that's just not how it works. It's not just, oh, I'm not getting lucky. I'm getting unlucky. If it's happening for 40 games into the season, at some point it's not luck and something's not working. And Travis Konecny is playing way too many minutes to not be able to produce more points. You look at JVR. I mean, this guy's getting paid a lot of money. And I was stoked to bring him in. And I was skeptical of this, the $7 million. I understand all that, but I thought he would bring very deep value when it comes to this roster and how great we were up front in my head before the season starts. Now, I know he got injured and he's trying to come back, but man, how? How did this fall apart? And at this point, there's just no return, in my opinion. See, here's the crazy part to me, and I was talking to one of my buddies about it. This is the same team that went to the playoffs. Like, same team that went to the playoffs last year, and adding JVR. Isn't that crazy, though? Like, what the hell happened? To be this bad? To be this horrendous? What happened? Thank God the Sixers are on tonight, too. So, and they were staggered here, so I didn't have to miss some of this for that. I got to watch all the Flyers, and then you got a little Sixers, hopefully. They close this one out. They're up big at halftime here. But moral of the story, the Flyers are already at the point where they need to have players-only meetings. That's a terrible sign. You get shut out against the opposing teams, not Pecorine. Their backup, that is. I don't know why I explained it like that. But I'll give Nashville credit on that crowd and energy. It's fun to watch a game like that. It brings value, it brings juice. And even the Flyers, I thought, kind of built off that early in this game. But then it got back to what we are this season. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know if this is better than my previous phone videos, because I did get the iPhone X. See you guys next time.